So my old director, he was a director over at Humana. He'd given this book to everybody just as a way to be successful in sales. He was like, hey guys, you really need to read this book. So you know how it is when you work at a company, some people read the book, others just kind of put it right away on their desk and be like, yeah, I'll get to it at some point. But I started reading it and just really, wanting to advance my career. And so I talked to him and he said, hey, look, honestly, I think that if you read this book, there will be some changes that you make. So I know that he knew me, and so he knew that there's some things probably that I could benefit from changing. And so just to go over, I want to go over again. It's How to Win Friends and Influence People. My goodness, it's probably 100 years old. Is
it that old?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was, but the great part of it is, to be honest, these principles, they don't change from all of these years.
Yeah.
So again, this book really, I would say, changed the trajectory of my life. And I find it, right now we have an agency, about 225 agents total that are contracted with our agency. I find it hard to believe that if I was still that same opinionated person, always wanted to prove people wrong, always have my phone out so I could prove people wrong. I find it very hard to believe that I would be in the same position that I'm in.
I don't know that I'd be here with you.
Right. Yeah. No, really, you wouldn't. And so, and every once in a while, like that stuff still comes out of me, but there's the principles in this book really kind of put me in a different place. And so I really thought it'd be cool if we go through some of them, not all of them, and talk about it, but just to kind of give you guys just some of the principles in here. One of them is, it says you can't win an argument. You can't. And when I got to that point in the book, I was like, oh my gosh, wait a minute. Like, that's what I try to do all the time. I'm all about winning arguments and things like this. And another one, if you're wrong, admit it. There's a lot of times where people want to make excuses, right? So they're like, if they make a mistake, they do. I remember even recently there was an individual where she felt like I wronged her, and she was a person that was very important to me. Frankly, there's probably a valid reason why I did things the way that I did. But in our conversation, really because of this book, I knew that in that moment she needed I'm sorry. Not I'm sorry, but by the way, this is kind of why I made this decision. It was, I'm sorry. And it was a principle that I found in this book, and really ultimately led to our relationship being restored because of that. It could have gone the opposite way if I wanted to, hold strong to that. So there's that, and just other ones, a formula that will work wonders for you. So what everybody wants, where he talks about, just kind of when you're getting to know people, the most important word in every person's vocabulary is me, followed by I. People want to talk about themselves. Right. And so kind of learning those things and from this book, I was really able to learn not only how to win friends and influence people, because that's a big benefit, but really how to make people feel good about themselves and show people their worth. And I learned that all with the time going through this book. So.
In college, you made me think of something. In college, I had this professor. He said, you want to know the best way to get somebody to like you? Give them an opportunity to brag about themselves. Give them an opportunity to talk about themselves. And I thought, that's it? But it's such a simple thing. But you're right. The first words that people like to say are me and I. They like to talk about themselves. They like to have that platform, the opportunity to kind of toot their horn. Right?
Yeah, people love that. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay being on the receiving end of that. I want to hear what they want to brag about. I want to hear it. And not only that, but I want to celebrate what you want to celebrate. If there's something that you think is really cool about you that you've done, I want to celebrate that with you and just be like, and genuinely celebrate.